The 2015 Formula 1 season had 19 races, but out of all of them, which ones are the best? What's up F1 fans? The 2015 season is over. It showed us a few things we have seen and a few things we haven't seen. But what if we look back and ask ourselves, which were the most interesting races of 2015? If you didn't see all the races, are there some you should definitely watch? As the engineers are preparing the cars for the next season and the drivers are taking a rest so that they're full of energy for season 2016, I would like to present to you the top 3 races of 2015. What makes a race exciting? Obviously, we all want to see overtakes in action, but are there some characteristics that determine whether a race is good or not? I would like to analyze the races in the following 7 categories: overtakes, accidents and mechanical problems, rain, safety car, an exciting start, pit lane problems, and championship impact. Although it's difficult to say, for example, how many overtakes a race should have in order to be exciting, I believe most F1 fans will agree that if all these elements are present, a race will definitely be interesting. And obviously, if we are making a list of the top 3 races, we would need to rate them in some way. Each of these categories will receive a mark that will be red, yellow, or green. For example, if I believe a particular race has had quite a few exciting overtakes, I will give the overtakes category for that race a green mark. However, if I believe the overtakes weren't that exciting or weren't that many, I would give that category a red mark. Oh, and don't worry, I will keep the spoilers to a minimum. I don't want to ruin your fun after all. Number 3. Singapore, Marina Bay Street Circuit. I put this race at number 3 because it offered us quite a few overtakes, especially at the back of the pack. This race also had its fair share of accidents. In addition, the safety car came out not once but twice. One of the reasons why this race was so memorable is because the second time it occurred, it was because a random guy had decided to take a walk on the track. He was not protesting or hindering the drivers in any way. He was just taking a leisurely stroll before the marshals intervened. I have no idea what this guy was doing there, but his presence made this race very memorable. It was also surprising to see that many teams experienced minor issues during their pit stops. It also had a decent impact on the championship because it proved that it's not yet certain who will be the F1 champion for 2015. Unfortunately, we didn't see any rain and the start was somewhat uneventful. Nevertheless, the race only got better and better with each lap. Overall, I would say that this was an interesting race and it deserves to be number 3 in this list. Number 2. Hungary, Hungaroring. This was a very exciting race, and I knew it would be one of the best races of 2015 right after I saw the start. But the awesome first lap was only the beginning. The multiple accidents and the presence of a safety car made the race very unpredictable. I remember watching the race during lap 45 and saying to myself, I have no idea how this race will end. I really enjoyed watching it, and I think the best part of it was that the battle for the podium places was very exciting. In addition, there were a few small pit lane issues that added to the overall madness. The race in Hungary gave some F1 fans hope that the interesting part of the championship is not yet over. The only thing that would have made this race even better would be some rain. Anyways, watching it is definitely worth it and I recommend it. Number 1. USA, Circuit of the Americas. It was difficult to decide which race to put on this spot, but the overall madness of this race convinced me to give it the number 1 spot. I lost count how many overtakes there were. Mercedes and Red Bull were fighting for the first place, they were neck and neck. This race had 4 different race leaders. The battle between Ferrari and Toro Rosso was also very exciting. There was rain, multiple accidents, 2 virtual safety cars and 2 regular safety cars. The race also had a big impact on the championship because of how close Hamilton was to the championship title before the beginning of this race. The start was not the most exciting one I've seen, but watching it was still worth it. Perhaps the only small drawback that I could think of is that they didn't notice any notable problems with the pit lane stops. Overall, this was one of the best races I have seen in a while. It was difficult to predict who would win and I highly recommend it. Do you agree with this list? You can leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. If you want to see more videos about Formula 1, you can click on one of these links or even subscribe to this channel. That's it from me, and I'll see you guys on the track.